The recent Double Ninth Festival, which celebrates respect for the elderly in China, also saw state media and government organisations launching a campaign which is aimed at raising awareness of Alzheimer's disease. Now, according to the All China Women's Federation, China has around 10 million Alzheimer's sufferers, which accounts for around a quarter of the world's total. And that number increases at a rate of about 300,000 every year. Now, as the chance of Alzheimer's increases with age, the problem is particularly severe in China in comparison to some other countries, because here there's a rapidly aging population. But just how much awareness of this devastating disease is there amongst ordinary Chinese people? Our researcher, Iman Cho, went out on the streets of Beijing to ask.
What first comes to mind when you hear the term Alzheimer's disease?
My sister's mother-in-law had Alzheimer's. It was pathetic to see her always get lost on her way home and have to be brought back by her neighbors. If she was still alive today, she could wear those special bracelets with a GPS system. It would be much easier to find her and save the family a lot of trouble.
From what I know about Alzheimer's, sufferers lose their way home and they forget whatever they've just done.
They can't remember things. My grandmother had Alzheimer's, and she couldn't recognize anyone except me. Sometimes, when she couldn't remember where she was and got scared, she would cry all night long. And I would do was hold her when she cried and look after her when I was off for work.
They can't remember anything, I think, and they can't recognize other people, not even their own family. That's all I know about Alzheimer's.
What do you think is the best way to take good care of those with Alzheimer's?
At first, my relative's family didn't know much about nursing care. They just kept her at home. But then they hired a nurse to look after her at home.
We hired a nursing worker. We didn't send my grandma to a nursing home because we heard about the complaints and accidents. We didn't feel safe sending her there. A nurse at home could provide special nursing care and look after her when we were at work. And of course, it's more comfortable at home. But I know we didn't do enough for her. We didn't realize Alzheimer's is a disease rather than just a natural result of aging.
I think the family should fasten a name tag on the person's clothes with their home address and contact number. Then if they go missing, whoever finds them can use the information to contact their family.
I think the family members should keep the patient at home and then have them looked after by family members or a nurse. They shouldn't send them to a nursing home. It's safer for them to stay at home.
What do you think people can do to help those with Alzheimer's?
Attention and care from family is always the most important thing for Alzheimer's patients.
Everyone should be ready to give them a hand, but the ordinary person on the street may not always have the capability. All we can do is contact the family if we find them lost in the street. It's the government that should do more to help these people.
It's good to appeal to people to be more aware of people with Alzheimer's. But it's not practical to ask everyone to help. After all, people have to work to support their own family.